What's going on, guys, and welcome to my first gameplay video of NBA 2K17 and my rebuilding of the Los Angeles Lakers. So if you haven't watched the first video, definitely check that one out. It'll explain a lot on why my team looks very different than the current day Lakers. But anyways, this video I'm showing you my first game using the Lakers with my rebuild. And mainly the video clips are going to just be my team scoring or the other team scoring. I cut out maybe like one or two of them, and free throws, as those are pretty uninteresting and pretty boring to watch. So besides that, you're going to be watching how I play and how this team plays out, and I'll talk about what I think about these players and what I'm going to do with them. So I didn't mention it, I don't think, in my first video in making the the My Rebuilding League, but I'll be playing 6-minute quarters. That's just to make it easier to play with, and all sim quarters will be 6 minutes. Therefore, I have an equal chance as anyone else to gain awards and whatnot in the end of the year, as well as be all-stars. And as I said, I believe 29 total games, just so I play every team once, so I can go through multiple seasons and show you at least half of the games. So anyways, I gotta say right off the bat, Rudy Gobert is an absolute animal in this game. He's getting a lot of nice rebounds, a lot of easy dunks underneath the basket, and he's paying off pretty well for me. I only gave up Lou Williams, who just burned me right there on the fast break, but in general, he's doing very well for me. Now, as the shot clock is winding down, I just want to show you, even though it doesn't count, this great shot by Joe Johnson for a half-court heave, and even though it doesn't count, that's very impressive nonetheless. So we're moving on into the second quarter, and we have a pretty solid 15-8 lead, now 16-8 after free throws, but they're starting to come back, the Jazz, as I believe that was Gordon Hayward with a nice little layup. Now, in terms of my team right now, I do have a depth issue where I have way too many swingmen and guards, so I'm going to try to solve it out. But anyways, Nick Young with a great little move to get a wide open three. And then right going back down when the Jazz have possession, this is a little theme you might see later on in the video. A lot of Alec Burks and their guards going off of me, as I believe that is Alec Burks, comes back and splashes a three right in my face. And just to make this even more of a competition, I'm going down court and I'm looking for who's open. And of course, in the corner, I look for Nick Young, and I think he's going to be able to splash it, and he does, as he gets a tiny bit of separation for a green release. Now, right here, I thought he was going to shoot it as well, but that goes down to George Hill for the nice little layup. And we have a nice lead right now, but it's not going to last for too long, as I'm playing on Superstar difficulty, not Hall of Fame quite yet. I need to get more used to 2K17, as it's only been out for a week and a half. So, anyways, we're going on in this game, and Chris Middleton, yes, I did trade for Chris Middleton, gets a nice little dunk down low. He didn't do too much for me in this game, but he is very aggressive, and he does well for me defensively. Now, this is a part where I regret trading away Lou Williams, but I mean, Rudy Gobert makes up for it, but Lou Williams is a great shooter in this game, and he makes me pay for trading him away to the Jazz, a team that I would expect he would not want to really play for in real life. Now, I'm just trying to find an open man right here, and I pass it to Larry Nance, who I didn't even know had three-point range, but in this game, it seems to be if your guy is open, he can at least hit some nice corner threes or above the break threes, and it happens right there with Larry Nance. And Joe Johnson absolutely schools me right there with a nice little crossover and a nice finish. Now, off this really weird play, I gotta say Rudy Gobert just gets the best rebounds for me, pass it out to D'Angelo Russell, who is by far and away my favorite player on this Lakers team and one of my favorite young players in the league right now. And he hits a nice deep three, and then right back, the Jazz score a nice little jumper on the baseline against me. Now, this is where the game is starting to get much closer, as Derek Favors hits a free throw range jumper. I have to call a timeout in order to get my troops collected and hopefully doing better. But Ben McLemore, a guy who I picked up for pretty much nothing in the Sacramento trade, I believe I just gave away Timofey Mozgov in his horrendous contract, hits a lot of threes for me, and I like him a lot due to his athleticism and his high potential. So right here, I'm kicking out to Michael Carter-Williams, a guy, my backup point guard, who does a lot better than expected and hits a lot more threes than I really thought he'd be able to, especially considering how he plays in real life. Now, Jordan Clarkson also is an absolute animal, as he finishes a nice dunk down low. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep Jordan Clarkson, as I don't feel like he is great for the long-term future. I'm a huge fan of him in real life, but just the fact being that I'm going to definitely keep D'Angelo, and at shooting guard I like Chris Middleton a little bit more in terms of long-term and current day production. I think I have to get rid of him, and that's a little preface in terms of what you might see at the end of this video or next video. So going down court, I'm getting a lot of turnovers right around now, and that's making them come back, as it's only a 7-point game right now in the fourth quarter, and I'm just going to spoil it a little bit, and that lead isn't going to last for too much longer, even though Larry Nance with a nice little two-hand tomahawk jam down low, causing the Jazz to call a timeout. Now, going back down, I really need to play better defense on Rodney Hood because he's an absolute animal in this game. He's a great shooter. I believe he's an 80 overall, and that would be like an understatement compared to how he plays in this game. And I need to play better transition defense as Gordon Hayward just hits a wide open 3 on the fast break, and now it's only a 1-point game, and this is when the game gets really sloppy, and I give up the lead right here off a George Hill layup. Yeah, George Hill is actually destroying me this game. He did very, very well, I have to say. And once again, Rodney Hood with a corner 3 to put them up 4 with just about a minute and a half left. Now this is where it gets scary because of the fact that I'm playing good defense, at least in my mind, but there's some shortcomings based on the player's skill, amongst other things. And right there, we are on a 4-point deficit, but right with ice in his veins, D'Angelo Russell hits a big 3 to bring us back in the game. So I had to foul to get the ball back, and right here is when the game starts to slip away as I commit way too many turnovers, and it's, spoiler alert, going to lead to a loss because at this point, the Jazz are good enough free throw shooters that they can make these shots and basically put the nail in the coffin and absolutely destroy me. So anyways, this has basically been the gameplay video. I do have a while longer, and you're going to see me try to rebuild my team a little bit more on the fly. We get a great steal right here, but it does that weird thing where they can steal really easily after you get a steal, and Jeff Withey leaks out for an easy fast break bucket. And talking about Ben McLemore once again, he gets a nice little two-handed cockback dunk. I like that dunk animation a lot, but it doesn't really matter as the game's essentially over. We're down 7, and I think D'Angelo might be able to pull some out again, but he bricks at the end. No big deal. We do lose our first game of the season. However, there's 28 more, and I do have high hopes for this Lakers team, and the fact that I think I could rebuild them into a pretty solid team. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, there's more time left, so I can talk about what's there. But if you enjoyed my gameplay, give me a thumbs up if you like my gameplay in terms of how I edit it, how I commentate over it, or maybe you want me to talk about more current day Lakers. Definitely let me know about that, because I'm making this, guys, for you. I'm not doing it for myself. I mean, I enjoy rebuilding and stuff, but I hope you, the subscribers and viewers, enjoy these videos, as Shaq is dancing right there. So basically what I'm looking for right now is a better power forward, as I'm starting Larry Nance right now, and I don't feel like I'm really ever gonna like him in the future. I do like playing with him now, but I don't see him as a long-term player on my team. So I'm trying to see who they want, and I think Jordan Clark's gonna be a fair trade straight up, but they don't seem to like that, and they want me to give away one of my big men in either Zubac or Tariq Black, as well as a second-round pick, and I have to take up Jameer Nelson as well. And I say, you know what, whatever. I really want Ken Fareed, and I get him. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, have a good day.